When I first met Erik, the first thing I noticed was the smell. The odor was so foul you could smell it from across the room. Looking closer, I noticed that the hair on his left cheek was stuck together and overlaying a wound like a scab. We cut the hair away, revealing a large wound that extended from his left eye to his lips, over his cheek, and down his neck. The wound was huge. A friendly cat with such a wound would have been a challenge to treat. But Erik was not friendly, which made things even more challenging. Fortunately, we were able to give Erik the pain medications and antibiotics he needed by mixing them in his food. We hoped that we could help Erik heal before releasing him back in the community where he came from. We just never anticipated how difficult it would be to get him to that point. After a month of care, the wound was smaller, but nowhere near healed, so we attempted surgery to close the wound. Unfortunately, within no time the wound reopened, so we attempted to close it a second time. The tension from the surgery pulled on his eyelid, and the wound ultimately reopened. We attempted a third surgery to close the wound, this time using special techniques to reduce tension. We were pleased to see that he was healing really well and there was no longer tension on his eyelid. After 2 months of care, Erik's wound was reduced to a small scab on his neck. Unfortunately, Erik found the scab to be itchy, and with all the scratching he was doing, he opened the wound on his neck yet again. So we anesthetized Erik for his 4th surgery, to repair the wound as well as trim his nails on his back paws to prevent him from scratching the stitches out. While he recovered from anesthesia, I whispered to him, begging him to please let his wound heal this time. He must have listened, because over the next few weeks his wound healed up. In the end, Erik needed almost 3 months of care and 4 surgeries before he was able to be returned to where he was found in the community. But that just goes to show how much the San Jose Animal Shelter's veterinary team is willing to do to save the lives of the animals in our community, even if they're not adoptable.